Okay, and we've got a brand new program at Robins Air Force Base where we broker essentially respite care for the families of active duty Air Force personnel who have children with disabilities. Now, if you have a child with a disability, you know how confining, how close that child has to be kept, and somebody has to stay with them all the time, particularly if a spouse is mobilized and has to go overseas. Then that spouse remaining is 24/7, and those people need to go to the grocery store, and they need to go to their own doctors and whatever, and they need to have a little time off every once in a while. So we help provide caregivers for those children of the active duty people who just need a little break. Okay, we have a program in the community that helps families with very sick, medically fragile children to pay their bills. It's called Champions for Children, and no matter how much money you have or make, a really sick child who's in the hospital and going to doctors and getting therapy and all kinds of things all the time can just take up all your money. So we have a program that helps pay for those expenses for children who are not eligible for Medicaid. It's those people who fall through the cracks and make just a tiny bit too much money in a year to get the public service. They're able to benefit from our program. Another program that we have is our residential services program, and it is where about 15 apartments are maintained and supervised for people with disabilities to live in, people who want their own home and almost can live independently, and with a little help and a little supervision from our staff members can do that. It's pretty good, you know. It's just as important, maybe more so, than what I told you about the effect of having a job has on self-esteem. Having your own place is a wonderful thing too, and we help with that. In addition to that, all our jobs programs here feed into another effort that you may not see quite so often and you can't see here, is that we place people with disabilities into community jobs. We have job coaches for them. There are people working at different locations throughout the town. You will see them. You will know them. You may not know that they get a check from Easter Seals, or you may not know that they did when they first started there. We're sponsored by and actually financed by Easter Seals, but that is the case. We have a long-term contractual agreement with a state agency called Vocational Rehabilitation Services. Now it's called that. And it is a contract whereby we serve people from the community with disabilities. It's a long-term partnership with the VR services.